didn't know much about your product. I just said, hey, share briefly what what my uncles got into with Betty, and then his mother-in-law just mentioned that to him that she just got out of the hospital recently, and shared briefly what the product was, and so he doesn't know too much about it. Just what I briefly shared with him and what Betty has shared with me.
I got you. Okay, so James, I'm David. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you, Dave?
I'm very good. Are you in LA also?
I'm in the Inland Empire.
Okay. I'm on the other coast. I'm in Florida over here now, but it's very nice to meet you. Betty, could you stop sharing your screen, Betty? Is that possible? Let's make it easier to see. There we go.
Gotcha. Okay.
Perfect. So Betty set this meeting up. Betty, would you like me to kind of explain a little bit more, because James doesn't know anything yet, right?
Yes, go ahead. James, how are you? This is great doctor. Okay, he's a medical board on this company, and he is also ambassador Double Diamond. All right.
Oh, okay.
Has so much experience on this business and helping others. So,
okay,
David, here you go.
Okay, thanks, Betty. So James, my background is podiatry and foot surgery. I practiced in Maryland, and I've sold my practice now. I love network marketing. I got involved with it when I was 36, hated it. And then in 37, at the age of 37, back in 97, I was introduced to it with a health product that really made a difference. And so I think my first run for a year, I made money, but I wasn't helping anybody. And I think, I felt like I had a calling to do more than just foot surgery. And I own my own practice. I own my own surgery center, and I did very well, but I felt like something was kind of missing, and time freedom, obviously.
okay.
And so I sold my practice in 99. And in 2010, I was at the top of that company, which was actually based in Irvine, California, actually. It's a some-year-old company. But the point is this. What we're going to talk about here, I don't know if you're going to be interested for you personally or for someone you love, or even the business aspect of it. In December of 2010, my friend brought it to me, and the only reason I looked at it was because she had told me what happened with her mother's COPD. Her mother's arthritis was gone, and I saw that her psoriasis was gone. And she said, this is very different. It's not a drug, and it's not a nutritional. Very, very different. And the only reason I looked at it was because of my father. He was ill, he had prostate cancer. So that was my initial reason for looking at it. And I always say this to people at the beginning. There is a huge opportunity here for network marketers that understand network marketing, patents, the product. It is disruptive technology. It is something that gets people off of so many medications that it was almost bought by a pharmaceutical company. But the founders said no, because they were fearful they were going to bury it. But it may just be for personal reasons you look at this. I've met thousands of network marketers, and so have you, probably, for me, over the past 20-some years, and they're always trying to push their business. I don't do that. We don't do that. We meet people where they are. So I just want to tell you that from the beginning, okay?
Okay. All right. Cool.
Yeah. So can you tell me just a little bit about you?
Well, I'm a veteran, disabled vet. Served in Vietnam. I've been in the insurance industry since '79. I've done some extensive securities in different aspects, and that's it. I'm in my 70s. You know.
Well, number one, thank you, and for serving. Number two, one of the founders of the company was involved in the business that you are involved with, and when we talk, you'll see what you're interested in learning more about and knowing more about. But I'll tell you the nutshell version of this, okay? And I can certainly send you videos on it, and we do live webinars on it. But it is something that is starting to, it's just hit momentum. This past year, it hit momentum. But it's been around for 10 years. The company launched in 2009. Launched with this product that had been under research since the 90s under a different company, but they couldn't stabilize it. It's called a
Okay.
SIA. It's called redox signaling molecules.
Okay.
Has anybody ever brought this to you before?
Nope, first time seeing it.
Okay. And there's the gel version, which came out in 2014. It's the same technology, but it's in a gel form. What this does for the inside of the body, for pancreas cells, prostate cells, brain cells, eye cells, lung cells, this does for the skin cells externally. So it works for wrinkles, it works for cellulite, it's proven it works, which is a lot of money in that, obviously. It's not my passion. You know, I'm 58, my wife likes that I use it, I like that she uses it. This is the breakthrough. One of the interesting things about what I'm going to tell you is it may sound too good to be true. And in 2010, it did to me, but my dad was ill, so I got him on the product. But this doesn't just work for wrinkles and cellulite. No, this is made from saline. This product is literally made from salt and water. And the fact is, what's in it, what's in the gel, and what's in the bottle, it's made from salt and water. It's not salt and water anymore. It's made from salt and water because your body, what's in this bottle is identical to what's in you. Our cells make this. We made more when we were younger. And at puberty, we start producing less as we get older. And we, like you just said, you're in your 70s, right? Well, when you were in your 30s, you probably had more energy. You probably healed faster from injuries. But when you were a little kid before puberty, when you started producing less of this, you could roll down a hill with your friends to get dizzy or fall off the jungle gym, get up and go to school the next day, and you were fine because you healed really fast. And even at 20, you were stronger and faster than at 10 years old. But you didn't heal as quickly from injuries at 20 as you did at 10. And one of the reasons is you produce less and less of this as you get older. The gel version makes believers out of people very quickly. Do you know anybody, James, that has any stiffness or pain in their body anywhere in their neck or their back or their knee?
Well, I have some and quite a few people.
All right, so imagine this, okay? Now, you don't have to believe it, right? But as a networker, picture a person having the ability to do this. So they go to 10 people they know who have pain. And they don't have to believe, they're just curious, right? And they say, give me 10 minutes. And I'm going to put this stuff on you. It's made from salt and water. You put it on yourself, your neck, your back, your menstrual cramp, your knee, whatever it is. And at the 10-minute mark, if 5 of those people, let's say it was 5, had an amazing result, 5 of them. Some of them could have gone from a 10 to a 0. Some could have gone from an 8 to a 5. But if 5 of them had an amazing result, would that grab your attention a little bit?
Almost definitely.
Okay, what if it was 7 out of 10? That
would still be good.
All right, so here's what you can expect. You can expect 9 out of 10 people to have an amazing result within 10 minutes, made from salt and water. 9 out of 10. And I have to tell you, in network marketing, there's a lot of hype, right? I'd be a fool to promise you 9 out of 10 people not knowing what you're going to see. That's number one. Number two, there is no way on this earth that I could possibly exaggerate the power of this product. I could not hype it in any way. And I've been around for a long time, and I've seen all the berries and all the health products come. This is something that when someone actually has their own experience with it, and they see it happen on other people, and then even if they had said they're not interested in the business, they're all looking at the comp plan after that because they know that it's something very special. So found a way to make it outside the body, identical to inside the body. So when you drink it, you're just raising your levels back up to what they were when you were younger. And what this product does in your body, it's called redox signaling molecules, is it amplifies signaling. Doesn't cure you, doesn't heal you. It amplifies signaling in the body so that the immune system can actually hear when there is a problem with damaged cells, whether they're mutating and they're going to become cancer if the immune system doesn't get rid of them, or it's damaged by trauma. I'll show you one example, and then I'll let you ask questions if you want. But I'm going to show you a perfect example of a friend of mine who fell off of his bicycle, and he's 59. Now I have thousands of pictures, but he's 59 years old. And fell off his bicycle, And I'll try to make it big. Can you see that picture, James?
Yes, I can.
All right. So he's 59. Background is podiatrist also in Chicago. His wife was drinking the product, loving it. He's a negative person, and he's like, it's salt water. You're wasting your money. It's a scam. That's ridiculous. Well, a lot of times when crisis hits, they'll try anything, especially if it's as safe as water. This product can't hurt you in any way. I mean, literally, you could drink gallons of it. It can't hurt you. But there it is. Now he started using the gel, just the gel, right? So can you see those 4 pictures there?
Yes, I can.
All right. How long do you think it would take a 59-year-old man to heal to that point? How many weeks would you say?
I would say at least 3 months, probably 4 months.
Okay. Now, can you see what it says at the bottom?
10 days.
Yeah. So this is, and I have thousands of pictures like this. This is the power of this product. Children heal that fast. Adults don't heal that quickly. So while we can't make medical claims that it cures cancer, that it cures Parkinson's, people say, what about MS? What about glaucoma? What about diabetes? What about diabetic neuropathy? You can't say it does any of that because it's not a drug. But we can say you can't be allergic to it. It's in you. There's no toxicity to it. You can drink as much as you want. Your body turns the excess back into salt and water. And 3, it doesn't interfere with medications. So all we say is it can't hurt, and it comes with the money-back guarantee. So the cynics won't do it. And if I'm with a cynic, James, I'm hoping they have knee pain or back pain. I can turn a cynic into an open-minded, excited person 9 times out of 10 with this. That's basically what the product is. When they turned down the offer from the pharmaceutical company, they decided to launch it as a network marketing company. One of the founders was in charge of international strategy of a $36 billion company. He was in charge of international strategy of Kraft Foods. And it's a fascinating story how he got this technology, perfected it, but he was going to flip it to a pharmaceutical company. But when they said 8 figures, here it is, but you shut down, he had to make an ethical decision. Have this thing just possibly buried, or take decades to actually go through drug trials to actually come out as a drug, or find another way to market it on store shelves or whatever. What they found was people they test marketed on, they gave it to 40 people. They could have as much as they want in the Park City area. And in 2 months, they checked back with them as promised they would. And the 40 people had turned into 135 people because they were sending it to their friends and family because they had amazing results. And then when they turned down the offer from the pharmaceutical company, they realized, wow, people will tell people about this with no financial incentive to do so. And that's when it launched as a network marketing company. So believe it or not, that's the nutshell version of it. So let me know what questions you have, and I'm happy to try to answer.
Okay, so if I have bad cells, my blood flow is really creating a problem to where I could possibly be amputated. Would this help in that direction?
So you're talking about peripheral vascular disease. The vessels in your legs are clogged?
Yeah.
So again, we just can't make any medical claims, but I'll share my screen again. Okay, let me share my screen again. So I had a acupuncturist. I had a phone call like this. She didn't believe me, but she ended up ordering the product, and she has a $50,000 thermographic camera that shows inflammation. And so before and after. So she was putting it on people, and she saw that everybody was getting amazing results with their pain. And so here's an example, and I'll show you where I'm getting to in a minute. But you can see the back pain. This person had back pain here, and she put the gel on. You put it on 3 times in 5 minutes. That's the protocol. You put it on 3 times in 5 minutes, and 90% of people report amazing results, right? And then you can see 10 minutes later, her pain wasn't there anymore. And you can see it's not an anesthetic effect. It's actually doing something. It gets in. So let me pull up another one. This one is neuropathy. She had the same thing happen. Figure that out. Hold on. Yeah. So neuropathy, but also it's blood flow. And you can see that you can't even see the tips of the fingers here, right? She puts the gel on, and you can see the blood flow.
Well, I'm definitely a candidate for that one.
Well, are you taking medication for that to kind of make your blood cells not stick together as much?
Yeah, I'm taking some medication that the VA is giving me. I mean, it works, but it's not really working. Especially my center finger is really like numb, really numb.
So my suggestion would be this: first of all, get on the product, right? Do a little research, get on the product. You'll see it can't hurt. That's the beautiful thing about it.
Yeah.
Secondly, if you're in the area, get with Betty and with Manu and try the gel immediately. I mean, if you feel anything in your finger like numbness or tingling, I've seen amazing things with this. Excuse me, James. I've seen amazing things, and we can't claim it helps stroke. We can't do it. But I'm telling you, if you ever have been with anybody with a stroke and they go to squeeze your hand, you can't really feel it, right? They don't have strength.
Right.
Try doing this. You do that and have them, whichever hand it is, have them squeeze as hard as they can. Take the gel, shake it up, put it on the back of the neck 3 times in 5 minutes. At the 10th minute, shake their hand again. It's just sad that we can't make any medical claims about it, but that's sad. But the nice thing is we can say it can't hurt and it comes with a money back guarantee. And most people would say, I got nothing to lose. It's not even expensive. A month's supply of this is $130. A tube of gel is about $35, $40 for a tube. They give you 30 days to play with it. Now, I will tell you with the drink, you want to commit to go 90 days. A lot of people get great results in the first week. Well, 15%. They'll say, wow, that's amazing. And the 85% that don't in the first week, I say, look, you had a money back guarantee on it. You have it. That's why I tell people to order two months supply the first month. Because at day 7, if you're not seeing changes, and there is a money back guarantee, I want people to double the amount. Now they're drinking, instead of 1 bottle a week, what's 4 ounces a day is about 1 bottle a week. Now I want them to go to 8 ounces temporarily to have their aha moment, so that they know that it's actually working. But if they take the gel and try it on 10 people who are hurting, they're absolutely going to see results.
Okay. Wow. What about someone that has imbalance? My sister, my cousin in New York, she has
vertigo.
Yeah, right.
Vertigo,
right.
Yep. Well, this crosses the blood-brain barrier. So, we can't claim that it helps vertigo. We can't claim it helps PTSD. We can't claim it helps depression. But there's a couple of websites that Betty and Manu can send you to. You can just look up what happens with people. And again, someone that has that, they maybe at the end of 30 days, they see something change. Maybe they don't. But if they have anything that's hurting them, or they take pictures of their skin, and they see the change in their skin or skin lesions fall off, it validates that it's working. And then they stick with the product and they go the 90 days and take as much as is needed to take.
Wow, that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, it's a very humbling thing, James. I mean, I have people. I'm on the medical professional board of the company. I don't work for the company. It's a voluntary position. But there's an anesthesiologist, an ER doc, internist, and we're all humbled by this. And then about a year after I saw that originally was introduced, I looked at the business side of it and started building a business with it. And I left my other company about a little less than a year later. I left the other company, and it's just I have very religious people that swear that this is sent by God, and it was done that doing this was thought to be physically impossible in the world of physics, to take negative, what's called reductants, and positive oxidants and put them in the same bottle, the same vessel, because they're so unstable. They want to go back to being salt and water, which is kind of like trying to put hot and cold water in this bottle and keep it stay separate, hot and cold. It's impossible. And this atomic medical physicist, Dr. Gary Samuelson, found a way to do it. And it's a very humbling thing. It's a great business because we know we're at the beginning. I mean, the company just started hitting momentum, but we don't focus on that. We just focus on on people, like you just mentioned, your circulation. You mentioned, your relative in New York. I'll be speaking in New York next week, actually. That's what we do. Now, the people who are hardcore entrepreneurs, hardcore networkers, they're like, show me the numbers. Yeah, I believe it. I'll try it out. And even them, when they go and they put this on 10 people who are hurting or had a stroke, they're like different people. It becomes much more than just about making money.
Right. Yeah. That's my whole thing. If it works, it speaks for itself.
That's right.
And I'm definitely a candidate for that. I'm 100% disabled with military chemicals and diabetes, you name it. So for me, that's a door opener every time I talk.
There we go.
And I'm focusing on seniors and doing Medicare. I've got one of my colleagues that live in a senior home, and we were going to talk to them about EMF, and how it can help and show them different things that it does. But something like this, you got it in your hand, makes a big difference. Yeah.
I think there's going to be a meeting in LA coming up. I have someone on my team who just got back from Europe who lives there. Let me just take a look and see, just in case. We have a lot of websites that have a lot of information. One of them is this website called A-Team Support, and Topper and the company who's in our upline actually put this site together, and people will put their events that are taking place. Let me just see what's happening near you, if there is, because we do online ones every Wednesday. I do 3 live ones every single Wednesday, and we have Q&A. Let's see, LA 26th. 26th in Woodland Hills. There's one on the 26th. That's the only one coming up there. But if you are interested, but by then, if you got the gel in your hand and you test it on a few people, you'll see it's real. If you're interested, you're certainly welcome to go and bring anybody you like.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm just definitely interested for myself.
Great.
That's a starter. And then my mother-in-law, she had a toe removed from the circulation, and she's been in a lot of pain over the last few days. And they're talking about taking the front part of all of her toes off, and then her big toe on the next foot. And they say, we don't know, we may have to take her entire leg off.
Yeah, get this to her quickly. Just the drink is going to be the most important thing for the overall circulation and the blood vessels going down to the foot. But if she's hurting, if you can, Betty, and then get there with the gel. Don't just do it 3 times in 5 minutes. Do it 20 times in an hour, and see what happens with her foot. You'll probably see the color of her foot change because the blood flow will increase.
Wow, that can be a game changer.
Yes.
Yep.
James, where are you?
I'm in the Inland Empire. I'm not too far from Manute. We live about 10 minutes apart.
Really? You know what? I'm in the Diamond Bar right now.
You where?
Diamond Bar.
Diamond. Oh yeah, I know Diamond Bar.
In
fact, there's a doctor there.
I'm coming back. I'm going to reach Cucamonga this afternoon.
Oh, well, great. Do you know Doris Harden?
No, if you can text me. What's your number?
What's her number?
But by the way, James, I have to jump off, guys. But
Okay.
Betty lives in Virginia near me, outside of Washington D.C. She's just out there sharing this with people and trying to get California really, really going. And we need help. I mean, company did in 2016 they did about 79 million. 17 they did 84 million. In 18 they did 125 million. And right now they're on a run rate of over 3 million a week. So we'll go over 200 million this year, and it should be $1 billion within the next 3 years, because we just opened in Asia as well. Now it's going into Central South America, but it's in 20 countries in Europe and 5 Asian markets, and it's spreading. But so she's not going to know anybody in Diamond Bar.
Actually, no. I know a lot of people already. I have a team.
So there's a doctor in Diamond Bar that Doris knows. He does facials and all of that.
Really? So you connect with me, and after doctor off, and you give me the number, and I just call, and I'm going to visit her.
Doris is they're suffering. Her husband is suffering from diabetes.
Oh.
Yeah, and then She worked in the medical profession for years. She made this guy a millionaire. I think she managed like 50 facilities.
All right. Now, do you have any questions for Dr. Silverman?
Just this
Not
aesthetic.
not at this time, but wow, look at that. Woo.
Yeah, so that's what it's marketed for. I told you I have thousands of pictures. You want to see? Here's one. Well, this is just here. Look at this one. This is
Wow.
it. People think it's magic. You're gonna love it, James. Manu, you're gonna love it too, man.
Yeah, and also James, are you interested in making it as a business as well, other than getting healthier?
By all means. I mean, something that does this, why not make it a business? It speaks for itself.
Yeah,
and I'm gonna be a live example of it.
Of course.
Walking
And
testimonial.
maybe I will help you ask a question. Tell Dr. Silverman, tell us about what's the potential for James to make money, and what is the level you're at, and what income level we can anticipate.
Well, I think the simplest way to do it is just to show the average income for 2018. Let's see. So here's the average incomes in 2018, and the lowest rank is at the top.
Hey, we cannot see it. You have.
Oh, it's not sharing. Oh, I'm sorry. Hold on a minute.
Hear the screen.
Hold on. I apologize.
That's okay.
Let's see where. There we go. So,
can you enlarge it a little bit?
Yeah. I thought I can. Oh, I can't with that. Hold on a minute.
That's okay. If you cannot, that's all right. So,
okay. No, I'll be able to. I just have to get out of that. Okay. So here. So okay. If you look at, I'm an ambassador double diamond. So if you go to the bottom down there, there's actually there's 6 levels within this level of ambassador diamond. So there's ambassador diamond, ambassador double diamond, ambassador triple diamond, then there's presidential diamond, presidential double. So all those ranks are in here, and that's the average income here. And I'm running right now 13,000 a week, about that. But I'm going to the Philippines, and I'll certainly be over 7 figures this year for the first time ever in my network marketing career. But bronze is the first, executive level, call it, and the average income for qualifying bronze is $2,000 a month. So that's what I focus on with people, because that changes most people's lives if they have $500.
Definitely.
Right? Yeah. So and you can pull this up. This is all online, and you can pull up any of these things. But we're part of a pretty powerful team. I'll show you. I'll take one more minute here, and my wife's calling me. All right, so let's see. Go to I Am a Sia. This site, IamAsia.com. If you go to the leadership link, it shows you. It's just run by this site's by the company. Shows the top people in the company. So the bottom, these are all diamonds, right? So if you go to the very bottom, these are all the diamonds. And I have to tell you that 2 years ago, there was not one Asian face on here. And there's not one African-American face yet either. But we need them. We need it. It just, no one has stepped up and said, I'm running with this thing because this is huge. But since we opened in Asia, it's a lot of Asian faces. These are double diamonds. These are triple diamonds. That's my sponsor right there, Debbie. Yeah. And she was sponsored by the Bucks, but I'm a higher level than them because there's ambassador diamonds. Here's the top. She's the top earner too. I'm not sure if he earns more than they do, but they're in my up. All these people are in my upline directly. There's nobody in between. There's me. We've got one heck of a support team, and we all take it very seriously. And every single person is doing this for the right reasons. We had network marketing experience, but we never found the right vehicle. So, and I had some bad things happen to me in network marketing, but I don't curse it. I'm like, hey, it got me here.
I agree.
Thank God those bad things happen, right?
Right. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So anyway, I'll click off, and you Eddie can share my number with you. I do this full time, so I'm available. And man, it was really nice meeting you too, man.
No
Okay.
problem. I appreciate you,
Awesome.
Betty. I said,
Awesome.
Betty, if you convince James, I mean, there's a huge network behind us, and so
No.
I mean, to be honest and upfront, and so.
Wonderful.
But we'll have another discussion some other time. But yeah, like I said, start with James, and we'll go from there.
All right.
Great.
I'm going to click off. Bye, guys. Thank you.